relaxation. In the previous video, we just saw how you can add a new case. In this video, we are going to take a look at how autopsy helps in investigation, and we are going to move forward with adding data sources. Now, what are data sources? First, you need to understand a host is basically a computer. Let's say at a crime scene, you found 2 computers and a pen drive. So the host will be 3 hosts. Each computer will be a separate host, and inside each computer there will be 2 hard disks, 1 hard disk, 1 RAM. So you can basically add data sources. Hard disk is a type of data source, pen drive is a type of data source. So this is how it works. Now, while configuring over here, you need to learn a lot of things, because enabling these modules is really important, and you can also add third-party modules. So the first one is called recent activities. It will allow you to get recent activities of the user, like the time frame, if the file was deleted, when the file was created, and all those things. The second option is called hash value. This will basically calculate the MD5 hashes of all the files and search for the hash values according to the database. So this is really helpful. If you have the hash value, you can submit the data to the court and present it in the report that you find the certain hash value. Now the next one is called file identification. This allows you to identify the type of file. Let's say, for example, if you have a MP4 file. Now, video files have a lot of different extensions. So, file type identification allows you to add and find the type of file that is being used. So, for example, if it's a video file, it's just an example. If it's a video file, there are different types of video files. We have MOV, we have various other files. So if you go to file identification, you will be able to learn and understand. Now if we talk about hash lookup, I would suggest you to click on calculate MD5 hashes, and there are each option over here has a global setting. So you can just go to the global setting option to find more details or advance your search. So let's say, for example, if I have a certain type of file, let's say, for example, if a company, like let's say if the device is from a company called Geo, in that case the device will have different type of files in it, right? They won't be using normal files. So in that case, there are tools that allow you in Linux to find the MIME type, and you can just click on add signatures, and it will add a custom file inside your search results. So let's take an example. For example, if a certain case you're working on has a certain type of device which has a different type of files on it, encrypted files. So over here you can just find the MIME type and add the signature, so that autopsy can detect that kind of file. So there are tools that allow you, and in the future videos we are going to see what are MIME types and what are the signatures. You don't have to worry about them, but in general just understand it allows autopsy to understand a different type of file. So for example, I can set an alert over here, and you can give a name of the alert. Let's say if you are searching for a file type that has been leaked from a company, it is a source code file, and then you can add in over here, and once the file is identified, you will be getting a separate alert that allows you to find that the file was found in so and so cases. Now this option is also really important. The next module is called extension mismatch detector. Now let's consider if you have a text file inside which the hacker has some password. Now he has changed the extension from text to MOV. Now once you open the MOV or MP4 file, you will get an error, because obviously the extension has been changed and the original file was a text file. So in that case, Autopsy has an option to search and change and fix the mismatch extension again with an MIME type extension detector. So that is really important, and it is really good to have this module turned on. The next is embedded file extractor, that basically allows you to extract embedded file, and for files like RAR or zip file, it allows you to extract it. Now over here, extension mismatch has a lot of MIME files. So in the next few series, we are going to talk about what are the file extensions. So let's say if MS Word is using doc and docx, it has a lot of things. In audio we have MIDI files, MP3 files. In video we have QuickTime files. So extension mismatch detector basically uses the header of the file and the extension to find if the extension was mismatched, and it will flag automatically, so the investigation becomes way too easier. Now the next type is basically that allows you to extract embedded files. So for example, there are RAR files, that is really important. The next module is called Picture Analyzer, and it is a really good module because it allows you to analyze the metadata of a picture, like location inside an image, from where it is clicked. iPhones have a lot of information inside the image. We already know about XF data. In the next series, we are going to take a look in detail about the picture analysis, but for now, just understand it allows you to analyze pictures or images and find data. So in the next videos, we are going to take a look at it in detail. Let's move to the next video.